And now it's time for Ask Roz and Mocha.
Ask Roz and Mocha time. We'll kick it off, as we always do, by going to the phones. Hello, JRD. It's Roz and Mocha. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, guys. What's up?
Not much. What's going on with you today?
I have a question for you guys.
Go.
So my question is, can you host a Wild Night at the Bookstore Part 2 for people who only got there on the podcast, like, after it happened?
Wild Night at the Bookstore, for anyone new to the podcast, new to the show, is last September, when Roz released his memoir, A Little Bit Broken. We threw a Wild Night at the Bookstore at Indigo in downtown Toronto, where on the main floor, there's a big stage set up. Roz, there was an interview being done by Sangeeta Patel of ET Canada. The whole KISS crew was out there. DJ Climax was inside the bookstore spinning music. Very, very loud. It got rowdy. It got rambunctious. Hundreds of people were there.
Yeah.
And it was called Wild Night at the Bookstore.
It was so wild that Margaret Atwood canceled the next day.
She didn't want to smoke. That's a legend.
That's true. It was their second biggest book signing they ever had. Bruce Springsteen was number one, by the way. So it goes Bruce Springsteen, then me.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But guess what? Bruce Springsteen, he didn't have a DJ.
He did not have a DJ. No.
Loud ass dance hall.
No. It was one of the funnest nights I've ever had in my life. Will we do another Wild Night at the Bookstore? I don't know. It was a lot. It was a lot to put together. But the paperback does come out in September.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So
what are we doing?
So
what
I don't
are we
know.
doing?
So I don't know what we should do for
Wild Night at the coffee shop.
I know.
Oh, I got it. No.
What?
Wild Night in the food court.
No, I'm not doing
No,
a
I like that
food
one.
court.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Yes, let's
Why
go
are
to
you
the
guys
food
trying
court
to
at the mall.
downgrade me. I'm
You
not
don't
going
need
to
to be
a food
there.
court.
We could do it with Roz.
No.
Some of the greatest hangs happen inside of a food
No,
court.
I'm not going to the food
Manchu
court.
Walk.
I'm not.
JRD, what do you
no.
think? What do you think?
I would love it. I'm out of the city right now, but I would definitely drive in just for Wild Night at the food court.
I'm not doing
See?
that. No. Should I do a reading or something? 'Cause
Yes.
I didn't do that the last time.
You could do it at the food court.
Do people like those or not?
Totally.
They do?
No, but here's the thing, though. Which chapter
I don't
are you
know.
going to choose?
I don't know.
Like the most emotional one? You can't do that.
I know. Then it's really sad for everybody.
That's a sad
right?
night in the food court.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to. Right? Yeah, I don't know. I
People
don't want.
crying all over their cheese fries.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly what to do with the paperback, just because we did so much, and I don't know how we top that. So I wouldn't want to try and do another Wild Night at the Bookstore, just because that was just so legendary that I don't want to kind of go back and do, something that was going to be inferior to that, like go to a smaller venue or whatever it is. I don't really want to do that. But the paperback is coming out, so I
got another idea.
open to ideas and suggestions.
How about a wild night on the cruise ship? And we get a boat.
Ooh.
And we invite people onto a boat.
Then Roz can't leave.
And then and then open bar and everything paid for by Roz? No.
By me?
What? It's your
you're
book.
rich from the book.
You think we gotta pay? Gotta
Everybody
work
said,
it too?
we are there to support.
You know how many
okay?
people in this country more get rich off a book?
You.
No, believe me, no. Doesn't work that way. People
Okay,
don't write books
JRD,
to make money.
Will you attend if we did Wild Night on the cruise ship?
First ticket is mine.
Wow.
See?
Wow.
So your
I
options
hate
are,
boats.
Roz, Wild Night on the cruise ship, Wild Night in the food court, or Wild Night at the coffee shop.
Oh God, no.
So none of them are happening.
No, there has to be a better place. I think that we're missing there's got to be somewhere that's cooler, right? There has to be.
Go, Maury.
No.
Say it.
I was going to say Wild Night in the steam room, but
In the steam room.
Okay, no.
The page is getting all wet. My glass is
Sorry.
fogging up.
You're kicked out of the party planning
we
committee.
can go for a
Maury.
theme.
Sorry, man. No,
Maury,
you're
you are
out.
not
Out of
in
the club.
charge.
Out of the club.
You are off. You are off
So
the
far
committee.
off. Yeah.
How about church? I got a church for you.
Wild Night in the church basement?
What?
Jeez, what chapter would I read in church?
The one about Lala Lexi and where she left you. JRD, sending you so much love. Thank you very much for listening to the show, to the podcast, all things Roz Mocha. Before we let you go, between Roz Mocha, who's your favorite?
You guys never asked me this before. Woo, okay. It's definitely Roz. Mocha, all the love, but Roz, 100%. You made me cry on the side of the river, so you're my favorite.
Oh, side of the river. What?
It's Jamie. I just changed my Instagram name, but it's Jamie. I'm like a super fan.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes, and you were reading the book where?
Just on the side of a river.
Yeah, and that's my reply. Anytime somebody sends me a picture of them reading the book, whether they're in a car or on the beach or by the river or on a plane, I only ever reply, you're going to cry on that plane, or you're going to cry on that river, or you're going to cry on that beach.
So you're at the side of the river.
and you cried at the side of the river?
That was the first page I doggy-eared because it was one of the most just connection pieces I've, definitely.
Which page was it?
Oh my gosh, give me 2 seconds. The book is right here.
Yeah.
Doggy-eared to page 29.
29. What chapter is it?
It's chapter 3. It's when you said, I learned to push feelings and fear deep inside.
Yeah.
And we were talking about like how we remember trauma, and it's actually not the way you think it is or the way they put it out in books. And it was the most eloquent way or the most relatable way that I've heard about talking about trauma or memories that you just block out, and it spoke to me.
Oh,
that's
girl,
amazing.
that's
Thank
amazing.
you so much. That's great. Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
If we do it again, we will definitely reach out to you, okay?
Personal email, number 1 invite is me.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah,
Wild night at the McHappy Playland. We're all
up,
in
Maury.
the
You're
ball
off the
pit.
committee,
The
man.
ball pit.
Sorry,
No.
dude, you're not on the party planning committee anymore.
Shem, the ball pit.
No.
All right,
Why
thank
don't
you,
we-
Jamie.
Alone there, more.
Yeah. Maury, why don't
Love you too, guys.
we go to one of those places that you used to go to, Maury, where
I was gonna say that.
where I sit on one side of the wall and then people hold their book up and I put my hand through that little tiny round hole in the wall with my pen and I sign it. It'd be like Wild Night at the Glory Hole. What about that? Like where they don't get to see me, they just have to open their book into the hole and then I put my hand through with my pen and sign it.
You're going to bend down for that long?
No, I don't have to bend down. I sit on a chair on the other side and just poke my hand through. They got to bend down.
I'm so busy that night. So busy.
I gotta go to church.
Okay, let's see. Ed says here, when did Shem realize he had a fetish for older women? If Maury went through Shem's browser history, would he find mature women in the recent?
A fetish? Yeah, probably. He's probably right. I love older women, man. I don't even know when. I just, oh my God, I can't say this on a podcast.
Yeah, you can. If I have to beep it, I will.
Oh, yeah, please. Definitely beep this. So I had a...
You don't want your parents to hear?
more than just my parents. I had a relationship with somebody who is like...
When?
Back... We had like several encounters, let's just say.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I knew that like there's nothing like an older woman.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I dated a woman where I was closer in age with her son than I was with her.
Yes, same.
Yeah.
Exact same.
Yeah. Like I was at her place and she wasn't home from work yet. And me and her son were like playing video games together.
Oh my God.
And then she got home and I just sort of like, we hung out. I just left and just went up to her room.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
awkward.
Because I was like Shem. Like when I was younger, I was exclusively like older women, like completely. And I don't know what it was at the time. Because how old are you now, Shem?
I'm 36.
You're 36. So I was much younger when I was into older women. I was like my sort of early 20s kind of thing. That's when I sort of ran through that fetish, I guess you could say.
But how do you
although
stay
it
out
wasn't a
late if
fetish.
it's like, if they're old, they have to go to bed?
What are you talking about? Older women were the one that had the money.
Money.
Wanted to stay out
Right?
late.
But they're not tired?
Yeah, tired.
Hold on. So
for
would you kick
what?
the son's ass in video games and then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom's
would,
ass
'cause-
afterwards.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. No, for sure. It was wild.
So then you come down,
Yeah.
you back downstairs and what? Nothing was said with you and the son?
No. Like I would just come over and hang out with his mom. Yeah, it was crazy. It was so.
Why is
I don't
that not
even-
in your book?
Yeah, well, because I didn't want to put a lot of that stuff in the book because then it makes me sound like
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
just on the podcast for millions to hear.
Yeah. No, because it's hard. Because that stuff's hard to talk about because it's like there's no way to say it without making it sound either boastful or cheap or whatever. And these sort of women were not that, right? Like the few relationships that I did have, they were great and they were great women. And, I don't want to, drag anybody into that. But yeah, I think that I was like not a one night stand, but like somebody I consistently dated. I think like consistently dated where I mean like for months kind of thing, right? Like we were like dating for months. I think my biggest age gap was I was probably about 23 and I think that she was 51.
My guy. 28 year difference.
Yeah.
28 year difference.
Yeah.
The more he's so envious.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to think of like where she is now. Like we could do Wild Night at the seniors residence.
No, and I've seen she popped up on social as a you may know this person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not that long ago.
You didn't click add as a friend?
No.
shoot.
I didn't click add as a friend. But she looked dynamite. She still looked great.
What's her at?
Was still look great.
Patty said here, if you had to pick the constantly being itchy or in pain on any part of your body, what would you pick? Itchy or pain?
What kind of pain? Let's narrow it down to pain.
Like a hernia?
No.
Like if it was
like a sprained
constant-
ankle. Let's say a sprained ankle, which is not debilitating, but it ruins a good portion of your day.
I'd rather be
You're
itchy,
left
I
so
think.
you can still drive.
I think I'd still be itchy.
Okay, itchy where though?
Because you can get creams and lotions to alleviate the pain of an itch.
But what if in this you can't use the creams? You can't use Compound W.
Okay, let's say this. Okay, let's say this. Would you rather have the feeling of a sprained ankle?
Yeah.
You're left. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Recover. Like it still hurts. You can still walk. You don't need crutches, but you're slow. Okay. And getting around is a pain in the ass. Or you would have an incredible, intense itch always, but right in the middle of your back where you can't reach it.
Oh, the ankle thing.
Yeah, pain.
Can I rub up against a wall?
Sure, but it's always going to be there.
Yeah, but then all day you're standing up against a wall, you're finding something to scratch that itch?
But I'm just trying to think of like pain is pain. Like I don't like pain.
Yeah,
Nobody
but
likes pain.
I would much rather have a sprained ankle
Yeah.
than have an itch. Okay, well, what if it was like, okay, let's say this, right? Let's say this. Would you rather always have a broken wrist?
Oh, God.
Okay. Or like extreme jock itch?
Or wrist. Yo,
Which wrist?
Both my wrists.
Both.
Break them both.
Yeah.
Melissa says here, what is the next tattoo everybody is getting? I know Roz said since he's done ET Canada, he wants to have lots on his arms.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
more?
I think I'm gonna get a bunch of sailor ones.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, like I think I might get like a big ship going up this arm, and I'm gonna get these covered up here with the
On both arms?
Yeah, the swallows.
Yeah.
Like the birds that fly in, the pirate, like the sailor birds.
What
And
about the one that says mom?
I'm gonna get a nautical compass thing here, kind of like I'm just gonna get a bunch of individual, I think, sailor tattoos.
Oh, sick.
Because I really dig those, and I might get I think I'm gonna get on my right bicep. I might get like Catherine's face done in like that old sailor style with like the big lips and everything else. I might get that.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. So I haven't decided exactly what order I'm going to do everything in. But I can't get tattoos in the summer, right? Because you have to keep them covered up for too long, and I just don't do that. Like I just refuse to cover tattoos up.
But
Funny you
sailor
say that.
style, wouldn't Catherine have like a pipe?
What's that?
Like sailor style, would Catherine have a
He's
pipe?
not turning her into freaking Popeye.
No. Why would she have a pipe?
Bro,
It's not
honestly, you know
sailor
nothing about
tattoos, they're like a
tattoos.
You know
pipe or
nothing
with like
about-
the flexing.
You know nothing about anything.
But only a can of spinach.
Like, you know nothing about anything, man. It's so wild to me.
So next month, I have my first session, 6 hours.
do?
Yeah, I'm starting a sleeve on my left arm.
Are you? Are you starting high or low?
Low. It's
Low.
going to start low and go
Yeah.
all the way up to my shoulder.
What are you getting? Do
a
you know?
bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So first, the first initial set of ideas
Yeah.
are things that my kid is into. So definitely his name along with him go-karting.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's into that right now.
Yeah.
One is going to be like a Lego piece or a Lego person.
Right.
One's going to be like a monster truck, like a whole bunch of stuff that just kind of, my idea is as he gets older, I'm going to add to it like different things that
What about
he's into.
when he's like super into called it. Because it's only a couple of years away before those are his two favorite things.
You have to add it to the arm. You have to add it.
A little go-kart, a piece of Lego,
Yeah, I'll be like,
the logo, box, one sock.
why you gotta say that now, man? He's 6. He's 6. I hate you. Anyway, so tattoos off. David Maury, what tattoos are you getting?
So Kyle, my brother, has a tattoo, like a birthmark sort of not a tattoo, a birthmark right next to his belly button that is like a bunch of freckles that look like a smiley face. So Daniel and I are going to get matching tattoos to match his birthmark. So we all have like the sort of same thing. So us brothers are united by freckles.
But you guys are united by blood.
I know, but we all thought that us as brothers, we lift our shirt and we have the smiley face.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me you and your other brother Daniel are gonna at various points throughout the year, like when would you ever have to lift up your shirt at the exact same time to show off these belly buttons? Also, your belly is full of hair, bro.
But like at the pool or something, we could be,
Pool? With who? You don't like, you're not in the pool with like other people. It's always.
Sorry, I saw a picture of you in a pool from over the weekend last week. You had a T-shirt on.
Yeah, I was saying like we could lift it and like show each other, be like, hey,
and what, like bump them, touch them, like super friends.
Yeah, but we
Make the smiles kiss?
we want to be united by freckles.
Wow.
Oh my God. So you're getting a belly tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We all thought it was a brilliant idea.
Wow. Who's doing your tattoo, Mocha?
There's a guy, his name's Andrew Wilson.
Nice. Is
Yeah.
it close to where you live, or you got to go downtown?
No, it's close, super close.
What are
Like
you gonna
5
What are you
minutes.
gonna do all summer? You got to keep that covered up.
I just deal with it, I guess. This guy, he's like in such high demand. I booked this appointment back in December.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Does he know how to do the logo?
6 hours is a long time.
Yeah.
That's sort of my max.
What do you do?
Is 6 hours.
I mean, you just sit there, you talk and stuff. You listen to
Talk
music.
for 6 hours?
Yes.
Yeah. 6 hours. 6 hours is really like that's the max. This one on my arm took 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one was that again?
This
I
one
can't see
here.
it.
That one, the flowers.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that took about 6 hours to do. But
think-
that's really my like. I start to get a little uncomfortable.
Antsy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just you know what's crazy is that I start to lose interest in the process.
Really?
Right? Yeah.
You're like bored?
Yeah, I get bored.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, I start to sort of get bored a little bit, and then I'm kind of like done, and then because you just always go back for all the touch ups and
Sure.
everything else, right? But yeah, 6 hours is the max.
So my question is, would it be considered rude if I brought, like, let's say my iPad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if during the process, because of course, like during the first hour or so, you're talking, you're having a good time, whatever, he's doing his thing. But if like by hour 1.5, 2, or hour 3, like if I want to put on a movie, you think is that rude?
No, I think that as long as you say ahead of time, because some people use a lot of stuff because some people find the process horrible, right?
Yeah.
So they'll bring in music, they'll do all of this stuff. But it really depends. Like, do you know how this guy tattoos? Because my guy who does this, right? Like anything on the forearm, you're lying down. You're not sitting in a chair.
He does a mix of both. I'm actually meeting with him next week.
So you may be holding an iPad above your head if he has you lie down.
I'll bring a stand.
A stand? Like some sort of big tripod contraption?
Yeah, I got it all. I got it all figured
Bro,
out.
don't do that. Don't go to. You don't book an appointment
watch it.
6 months in advance for like a highly sought after artist and walk in there with your iPad on a tripod
And be like, yo, I want to watch Endgame again.
twice. That's good. I'm happy for you. That's a pain in the ass, though.
Yeah,
Oh.
I know, but whatever. I've been wanting to get it done for so long.
So how many sittings do you have to go through then to get it all before it's all done?
Oh God, I'm looking at like maybe a
Like a
year and a
while,
half
right?
or
Yeah.
2 years at
Yeah.
least
Oh my God,
to fill up
yeah.
the whole arm.
Yeah.
My
Right?
freckle thing will take 5 minutes.
Now, are you doing spaces in between? Like, how are you covering? Like, what are you sort of?
I'm gonna start with spaces
Yeah.
and then see if there's like how it starts to come together.
But do you like it when everything is sort of shaded in between all the individual?
do.
You do, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't. I like individual tattoos where the thing in between is skin. Right?
But it
I
might
like-
change like after I see it, the
you
pieces
might-
start
Is it?
to come
Are
together.
you doing color or just all black?
So he is just all black.
All black, yeah.
So
Yeah.
and then I may the spaces in between do some color stuff.
And Jenna is okay with this?
What do you mean? It's his arm.
It's my arm, man. What do you mean? Is she okay with it?
I don't know. Like, do you have to like say, hey, honey, I'm thinking of doing this. What do you think?
No, she knows I'm getting them.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing about tattoos more, like honestly, maybe Matthew's different, maybe you're different, but the thing about tattoos is like when somebody gets one and it's new, you notice it right away and it sort of always catches your eye. Once it's been on there for like 2 weeks, you don't even notice it anymore.
Completely.
You don't even notice it anymore.
Yeah. Why did you have to ask Matthew if you can get the smiley face?
I did.
tattoo? You did?
He thinks he actually loves the idea.
Oh, okay.
So is he going to get one
But
too?
he said no to the other one I wanted to do, which was the John Lennon mosaic from Central Park. He said, not a chance.
on your own
And,
arm.
he's okay with me doing Andy's paw on my like wrist.
That is, you have the weakest tattoos.
I know, my dog and a smiley face.
Hairy
Matching
ass belly.
birthmarks and a dog. Paw print.
All right, let's head back to the phones. Hello, Dorissa. How are you? It's Roz Mocha.
Hi, Mocha. Good. How are you?
Good. What's your question for the room?
Okay, so if someone is in a line, you're in a line in a store, like a Walmart, a Winners, and you leave the line to go look at something a bit further back, do you get your spot back in line, or do you have to reline up again?
How long are they gone for?
Like 3-5 minutes?
Oh,
and do
yeah.
they say anything to you?
No.
They don't say anything. Nah, you lose your spot.
This is why I don't make eye contact with people in lines. Right? If somebody walks out of that line, I immediately fill the gap.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
But you can ask permission. Like I was at Costco and I said, can you watch my cart for a minute? And he did.
Oh, if you leave your cart, yes.
Yeah, like,
right?
and I think the right move is if you say to the person who is behind you, hey, I forgot this one thing. I got to go run, grab it. Do you mind if I pop back in line? Sure.
No, you have to ask everybody in line, not
But-
just the
No,
person.
I only ask the
Everybody?
person behind.
Yeah, yeah. You
But
gotta
I've
ask
never had to
everybody.
do that. But like in the times that somebody has asked me,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, cool, no problem. And usually they're back like within a good, period of time. But if somebody dips and it's my turn next,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm taking that spot.
So here's
Not waiting.
Here's what I've done, and I'm not proud of it. I've been in line, right, at the grocery store, and I started off like 4 back, busy day,
Yeah.
and I was like 2 back when I realized that I forgot something very important to the meal that I was cooking, and it was produce, and it was over on the other
Oh, no.
other side.
Yeah.
And I could have got out of line, went over, got it, got back in line. But what I did was I waited until it was my turn. I put all my stuff on the belt.
Yeah.
She started checking stuff through. Then I did the, oh my God, I forgot something. I'll be right back.
You know what? As long as you're back before the rest of the items have been scanned, I
Yeah.
think you're okay.
Yeah.
Agree.
That's the
Yeah.
way to do it, actually.
Yeah.
quite
Yeah,
honestly.
smart.
Yeah.
That's a smart move.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, but that was the only way because I was like, there's no way. And I think when I got there, she was finished.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Oh,
but
she
I
was.
don't know how long she had been finished. But like I booked
Long enough
it.
for the rest of the people in line to talk shit about you.
Oh, yes. Guaranteed.
Right?
Guaranteed. Yeah. But that's why the self-checkout now is different because I'll often get to the self-checkout where I realize as I'm checking my stuff out that I forgot something. And then I just look at the woman and I'm like, I'll be back in a sec. I got to go and get something. And they don't care.
Yeah,
right?
no,
So there's
what do they
nobody,
care?
there's nobody behind you kind of thing. Right?
So wait, Dorissa, why are you asking this question? Did this happen to you?
Yeah, I was at Winners the other day, and there was a lady in front of the lady in front of me, and she left for like 5 minutes, and then she came right back to her spot, and the lady behind is like, what are you doing? And she goes, I was here. And she said, yeah, but you literally left and you don't get your spot back. And she stayed. She did not move.
Wow.
She said, no, this is my spot. And I thought, oh my gosh, there's going to be a fight, so I'm just going to watch.
Yeah.
But
What
yeah,
happened? And did the lady go to the back of the line?
No, she stayed right back in her spot. She did not move. She thought she was in the right.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's not cool.
And did the person working the cashier, they don't care. They don't want to get involved in any of that. So did that lady then get, like, when she was back in her spot, was she the next one up at the cashier?
She was, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Wow. Yeah, see, that, like, you're still shopping. 5 minutes, like, you're still shopping.
Yeah, that's
at that
taking
point.
advantage.
Yes.
I think at least.
Yes.
Damn, Darissa. All right, yo, thanks.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
We will end with this. Katie asks, Roz, considering you don't really like to travel, would you and Catherine still go on a honeymoon after your wedding?
So we've been talking about it. We had big plans and never really got around to sort of like booking it and all this stuff. I think we're going to do something.
Yeah.
I just don't know what we're going to wind up doing.
Are they going to do the honeymoon without you?
They no.
Who's they? Oh,
Like Catherine.
Roxy?
Roxy.
Is Roxy going to go?
Yes, 100%. Yeah, if we go
a big family vacation.
Yeah, if we go on a honeymoon, she's definitely coming. Just because I wouldn't be able to, like, I don't like having. First of all, I'm not the best person to travel with anyway. And if I did, for some freak circumstance, actually have fun.
Yeah.
I would feel terrible having fun without her.
Right.
Yeah, I really would. And plus, she's going away this summer for a little bit, and I would just miss her too much. Like, it's just too much time away from her. Like, I wouldn't enjoy it at all. So, yes, are we planning something? Yes. Is it even close to being finalized? No. Are we running out of time? Probably.
There you go.
Right.
Thank you for your question, Katie. Thank you, everyone, for all of your questions, and especially to Darissa and JRD for joining us on the podcast. This is what we do with Ask Roz Mocha. We'll load up a picture on Instagram at Kiss925 where it simply reads Ask Roz Mocha, and in the comment section, just ask your questions, make your comments, and two of you will be chosen to be on a future episode of this show. If there's anybody that you know who may enjoy the Roz Mocha Show podcast, feel free to share this particular episode with them and let them know that if they subscribe when we release a new episode, it will automatically download to their device. Thank you for listening. It was a lot of fun today. This has been the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
Kiss925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.